LFAVS, the Liverpool Farm Animal Veterinary Society, is a clinical society run by students for students. Regardless of farming background, we aim to encourage development of clinical knowledge, passion and interest in all things farm.
So as a society, we offer our members lots of opportunities. One of the main things that we do is provide our members with lots of different interesting talks, either at Liverpool or over here in Leahurst. Some of these talks include vets that come in, talk about lots of interesting cases that they've seen in practice, to farmers coming in and talking about the agricultural industry. There's such a huge, diverse range of talks that we offer, so it's really open to anyone. Aside from talks, one of our biggest highlights of our year is the practical days that we offer. Unfortunately, due to COVID, semester 1 is looking a bit unlikely that we'll have any practical days, but we are really confident that in semester 2 we'll be able to offer you the opportunity for lots of practical days. So on these practical days you get to learn lots of clinical skills, be outside with live animals, and it's a great opportunity to learn lots more than sitting in a lecture theatre. Aside from the talks and the practical days, we also like to offer our members with farm talks and also tours of different sectors of the agricultural industry. For example, every year we go to Genus over in Rutland.
As a member of LFAVS, you will automatically become a member of National FAVS. National FAVS works with some of the larger farm practices to provide EMS, jobs and national congress for students. Congress is held annually at one of the UK universities. It is fabulous weekends of talks, practicals, fun and drink, in the reverse order of importance. At the minute, Congress is still happening at the University of Edinburgh, but more details will be released closer to the time.
First of all, it's great value for money. £15 gives you 5 years membership, and so for all your duration here at Liverpool, you get great access to our talks, our practicals and the opportunity to go to National FAVS Congress. Also, you get to meet lots of like-minded people that share the same passion for farm, so it really is full of opportunities. Also, becoming a member, you get access to our private Facebook group, and so this means that we can advertise EMS opportunities and eventually job offers for people further down the line. So it really is a great networking opportunity, and so if you love your farm, definitely join the society.
To join FAVS, speak to our treasurer Helen, and if you'd like any further information about what we do or the benefits of being a member, speak to any of our committee members. And speaking of committee members, here they are to introduce a little bit about themselves.
So I wanted to join the committee because I absolutely love farm animals. I always have, and I've started Liverpool wanting to be a farm vet, and as I progress through the course I want to even more so. And because I just love them that much, I really want to encourage more students to get into farm. I was very lucky to be brought up on a farm, but I really think that anyone has the ability to become a farm vet, and I think it can be very daunting for people. And so I wanted to go on the committee, try and show people that you don't have to have prior experience, you really don't need any prior experience with farm animals to be a farm vet. And so yeah, I want to encourage as many students to get into farm as possible. So for me personally, I really want to go into farm animal practice. I've always had a love for farm animals, and as I progressed through the years it just proved more and more so. Ideally I probably will go into a farm only practice, and I really have a passion for beef and dairy cattle, so cattle heavy practice would be ideal for me. So my top tip for farm EMS is basically to be confident and also know your limitations. If you're not from a farming background, it can be daunting, and so I think you need to be open with the farmer and say that you've not had the experience but you're willing to learn, and honestly any farmer would be more than happy to help because they want to share their love for their farm animals and help people learn. So yeah, my top tip would be confident, get stuck in, and if you're ever unsure on anything, ask, and always make sure you feel comfortable.
I'm Helen, a current 4th year, and I'm this year's treasurer for LFAVS. I joined the committee as I'm passionate about inspiring the next generation of farm vets. My own passion for pursuing a career as a farm vet has come from growing up with our flock of Suffolk sheep and milking at the weekends on our local dairy farm. However, attending numerous talks, farm walks and practicals organised by LFAVS during my time at uni has also helped to fuel my passion. Although this year will look slightly different, I am most looking forward to welcoming many great speakers to come and show us the different paths that a farm vet may take during their career. Hopefully we can bring together many informative talks via Zoom and later in the year start to organise practicals again. When I graduate, I'd like to work in farm practice, with my main interest being calf health and any aspect of fertility work, although I'd never say no to a sheep. My top tip for farm EMS would be just to get stuck in, ask as many questions as you can and most importantly enjoy yourself.
So I've been a member of FAVS for a few years now, and I wanted to give something back and pass on a bit of advice to the younger years. So obviously COVID spoiled the year a bit for us already, but we've got a lot of exciting webinars lined up for online teaching, and then hopefully we'll get a species day in March, so that's something for everyone to look forward to. Long-term farm, and that's obviously why I want to do this role, and that's why I do it, but I'd like to be a mixed vet for a few years before that. Probably to take 2 parlour tops, because the first one always gets covered in mud and you'll always need a second.
FAVS is one of the brilliant societies that loves have to offer, and in fact I would say it's probably the best because they've done the most. I've been part of FAVS since first year, so for the last 3 years I've been to all their events, most of their talks, the congresses, and honestly it's just a fantastic society and I wanted to be able to give something back. The thing that I'm probably looking forward to most this year is what I'm particularly involved with, which is the Species Day, which we have hopefully going ahead in March, obviously depending on Corona, and hopefully to encourage more practical opportunities for students from all backgrounds and of all years, because that's what I really appreciated from FAVS over the last couple of years. So practice that I'd like to go into, I would quite like to do mixed practice, hopefully farm and smalls, because I absolutely obviously love farm, love being on the farms, love the relationship you get with the farmers, like very interested in herd health and that kind of stuff. However, I don't think I can quite give up my smallies love either of surgery. My top tip for farm EMS, as someone not really from a farming background, would be like, I never really went on a farm until before work experience going to uni, and honestly top tip is just get your kit right, get there and get stuck in. Like anything that you can possibly help with, help out the farmer, and also while you're there ask some questions, ask them about their business, ask them about the heifers, ask them about the herd, because the more questions you ask it shows that you're more interested and they're a lot more likely to be able to give you something back and you'll get more out of your placement.
At my latest clinical placement they did a lot of AI and embryo transfer in sheep. I hadn't seen this before and it's something that I would love to bring into FAVS and look more into in the future. Ideally I would like a job in the mixed practice where I can concentrate on cattle and sheep, but also get a mixture of everything. I'd make sure you get a really good coat and those waterproof trousers, and make sure that you get stuck in and ask loads of questions.
I've always wanted to join the FAVS committee because I've been going to their talks and events since I've been on first year, and all of these I found really informative and also fun. And during all of these I thought that all the committee members were always so welcoming, and I thought that I would love to be part of that as well. When I qualify I would like to move somewhere rural and either go into mixed practice or farm practice. I don't think at the moment that I've got a leaning towards either one, but we'll see. I would say that if I were to to go into farm practice, the area that interests me the most is anything sheep related. Having grown up on a croft with sheep myself, they've always sort of been my first love in regards to farm animals. So I'd like to specialise in something bovine related anyway. Top tip for EMS would be, especially on preclinical EMS, to try your best to fit in to the farm and act as though you're trying to be part of the family. So really get stuck into everything you get asked to do and just treat it as though you'd be working at home and do your absolute best. And I think obviously don't be scared to say if you don't know how to do something or what you have to do, don't be scared to ask for someone to show you or for some reassurance, because nobody's perfect and we don't know everything, and farmers are more than happy to show you what to do and to take you through things that you might not be sure of.
I joined the committee after years of attending great practicals, talks and events put on by the Society. I felt it was only right that I would try and give something back and improve the Society to the best of my ability. I'm most looking forward to our practical day held in Semester 2. Whilst COVID has meant we've been unable to hold practical events for Semester 1, I remain optimistic that Semester 2 we will once again be allowed to hold practical events. But along the way we are going to have a great series of interactive online talks. My answer to this prior to the summer holidays would have been a sole farm practice. However, after spending some time in a great small animal clinic, I would now look forward to the variety of a more mixed role. My top tip for on-farm EMS placements would just be passionate. You don't have to know the answer to everything and feel free to ask questions. But overall, just try and enjoy your time on farm the best you can.